Good day, Dr. Siti, our expected lecturer. My name is Cheryl, and today I will be presenting my research entitled Factors Influencing Life Insurance Purchase Intention Among Adults in Sabah. This research was conducted to identify the factors that influence adults in Sabah when deciding whether to purchase life insurance. Throughout these presentations, I will briefly explain the background of study, research methodology, findings, and the conclusions of my research. To begin with, life insurance plays an important role in providing financial security and protection for individuals and their families. In the event of death, disability, or critical illness, life insurance can reduce financial burden faced by family members. Although Malaysians are becoming more aware of financial planning, many people still do not own life insurance or delay purchasing it. This may be caused by different factors such as personal beliefs, social influence, financial confidence, or lack of awareness. Sabah has its own demographic and economic characteristics, but there is still limited studies focusing especially on adults in Sabah. The main problem addressed in this study is relatively low participation in life insurance despite its many benefits. Without life insurance, individuals and families may experience financial difficulty during unexpected situations such as illness, accidents, or death. Previous studies have examined life insurance purchase intention in different parts of Malaysia, but there is still limited evidence focusing especially on Sabah. Because of this research gap, this study aimed to identify the factors that influence life insurance purchase intention among adults in Sabah. The findings can provide useful information for insurance companies and policymakers to improve insurance participations. This study has four research objectives. The first objective is to examine whether insurance awareness influences life insurance purchase intention. The second objective is to examine the relationship between attitude and purchase intention. The third objective is to determine whether subjective norm influence purchase intention. Finally, the fourth objective is to examine the influence of perceived behavioral control on life insurance purchase intention. The dependent variable throughout the study is life insurance purchase intentions. This study is based on theory of planned behavior or TPB developed by Adrian in 1991. According to this theory, there are three main factors that influence behavioral intention. The first is attitude, which refers to an individual's positive or negative evaluation of purchasing life insurance. The second is subjective norm, which refers to the influence of family members, friends, or important people in someone's life. The third is perceived behavioral control, which refers to an individual perception of whether they have sufficient resources, knowledge, and ability to purchase life insurance. Besides these three variables, I also included insurance awareness as an additional independent variable because previous study suggested that awareness may influence insurance purchasing decision. All four independent variables were examined to determine their relationship with life insurance purchase intentions. Moving on to the research methodology, this study adopted a quantitative research design because it allows statistical analysis of relationship between variables. Data were collected using a structured questionnaire created through Google Forms. The questionnaire consists of 6 sections, namely demographic information, attitude, subjective norm, perceived, behavioral control, insurance awareness, and purchase intention. Convenient sampling was used because it was practical and suitable for collecting responses within the available time. A total of 150 valid responses was successfully collected from adults in Sabah. The collected data were analyzed using SPSS software. The statistical analysis included reliability analysis, Pearson correlation analysis, and multiple regression analysis. Next, I will briefly present the respondent demographic profile. A total of 150 respondents participate in this study. Female respondents made up 52%, while male respondents represented 48%. The majority of respondents were aged between 33 and 37 years old. Most respondents held a bachelor degree, representing more than 60% of the sample. In terms of employment, most respondents were employed. An interesting finding is that approximately 73% of respondents already own a life insurance. This suggests that many respondents already had some experience or exposure to life insurance products. This slide presents the most important findings of my study. 4 hypotheses were tested using multiple regression analysis. The result shows that only attitude had a significant positive influence on life insurance purchase intention. Therefore, hypothesis 2 was supported. On the other hand, insurance awareness, subjective norm, and perceived behavioral control were not statistically significant. Therefore, hypotheses 1, 3, and 4 were not supported. This means that amongst all the variables examined, attitude was the stronger predictor of life insurance purchase intention. Individuals who have a positive perceptions of life insurance are more likely intend to purchase a life insurance policy. The finding partially support the theory of planned behavior. According to TPB, attitude, subjective norm, and perceived behavioral control should influence behavioral intention. However, in my study, only attitude was found to be significant. One possible explanation is that many respondents were already educated, employed, and most of them already own life insurance. Therefore, awareness and perceived behavioral control did not create much difference among respondents. The result indicates that simply being aware of life insurance is not enough. People also need to believe that life insurance is valuable, beneficial, and necessary before they develop the intention to purchase it. Therefore, positive attitude appear to play a much stronger role than social influence or financial confidence. In conclusion, this study successfully achieved all 4 research objectives. The findings indicate that attitude the only significant factor influencing life insurance purchase intention among adults in Sabah. This finding provides useful insight for insurance companies to focus on improving consumer perception of life insurance rather than relying solely on awareness campaign. For future research, additional variables such as financial literacy, trust in insurance company, and risk perception may be included to obtain a more comprehensive understanding of life insurance purchase intention. Lastly, I would like to thank you, my lecturer, and everyone who participated in this research. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a blessed day ahead.